There are stages to self-care, and I feel like sometimes I forget that, especially when you have months that go by to where you are really, killing it at showing up for yourself, at really, staying committed to, taking care of yourself and, just step into this next chapter of really like respecting yourself, loving your body, um, valuing yourself enough to create routines and stick to them. And then something happens, you get injured, or you go on vacation and you have in laws there, and that kind of puts a little bit of a hiccup in your mindset. Or you have a child, or you have your second child, or you are going through a breakup, or, that job loss, or, the health scare. So, this video today, it just was a really good, like the events that have happened in my life over the last 2 weeks, hence why I also missed a video last week, is that it was just a really wake up reminder that there are stages of when we have capacity and really just even like the physical ability to, show up for ourselves, and that it's okay to, take a break for a little bit. And it's okay to be a human being and just feel, the motions. So that's what I want to talk to you about in this video today. Now, if you are brand new to me and my channel, my name is Nikki McMillan. I'm a life and confidence coach for women. I've been doing this coaching work for about almost 10 years, like 8-ish years. And on this channel, you can expect a lot of, me talking to you about self-worth, confidence, boundaries, healthy habits, um, making your needs, okay, your self-care, just whatever is important to you, a priority, along with all the other day-to-day stuff, the busy job, the parenting, the dealing with whatever issue. So that's what I talk a lot about in these videos. So if that is something that interests you and you want to keep hearing from me every single week and not miss a video, subscribe and turn on the notifications so you don't miss a video. Okay. All right. So I want to go ahead and dive into this video today. So I have really just been sharing a lot the past, several months, maybe even 9 months. How important it is to really, especially like a little bit later in life. I'm 42, so I've really been feeling the effects of my body changing, my like physically, my energy levels changing, and just like my capacity to it's lessened a bit since becoming a mom and also since getting older. And I've had some hiccups the past couple of weeks. I hurt my back while working out. That put me out. I'm doing much better now. I'm going to start working out again later this week. And also a hiccup. I mean, we had a beautiful trip to Finland. We go once to twice a year to visit my partner's sister and brother-in-law. And then there's other like family and friends there. And I'm going to explain to you in a minute why that was kind of like a hiccup in my mindset, in my routine. But first, I want to talk to you about this self-care thing. Again, it's just a good reminder to me that not everyone has the ability, like how I may talk about sometimes, because I do know that I come off a bit more passionate and kind of like in your face, but not everyone has the ability to be super consistent with challenging themselves to stay, just doing things day in and day out to take care of themselves, and that we need to be practical in our approaches. So, for example, you've heard me talk about, I work out 3 to 4 days a week. I walk every day. I get a good night's sleep. I, don't drink alcohol and blah, 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 blah. But then, shit hits the fan. And, if you have other responsibilities, like if you're a single mom, or if you're single and you're just doing every freaking thing on your own, your laundry, your dishes, running the errands, going to work, just the household stuff, whether a parent or not. But like I just remember when I was single, kind of going off on a tangent here, but I think this tangent's coming through because maybe you right now watching, you need to hear this. But I just remember not being in a relationship and how I had to, work my very busy career, still show up to the family's birthday parties, still do like the house stuff, and still like, do other things like make, the calls and stay on hold forever because I need to do a doctor's appointment or take care of this administrative thing, or I felt like I got screwed here. It's just so much to do when you don't have support. So I just wanted to like speak to that. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of have the feeling that you might be solo right now and you need to hear this. So anyway, I'm sharing this because I am inviting you to, if you have really been on this journey of self-care, of really like self-care, meaning you really want to get in the best shape of your life, or you really just want to do these, healthy, self-respecting things of like getting a good night's sleep, working out consistently, journaling every day, showing up for the people, that are relying on you at work, or showing up for the friends. Like, I think it's just actually very necessary and important to not show up all the time, to say no, and to, maybe just have a quote unquote lazy Sunday, day in bed, or to have that, veg out day. Yes, I'm saying that. Because sometimes if we stay in routine for too long, I mean, I don't know that that is super healthy either. I think like a lot of personal development people preach that a lot. Not, I think I know it's because they don't have, a cycle. And they're different. They're the same 24/7, 365 days a year, right? Like we have different moods and energy levels, and things happening 4 times in a month. Like we're a different human being four times, within a 28-day span. So anyway, I hurt my back 2 weeks ago. I was in a back brace. I was in bed. I could only walk for a little bit. And this is nothing new. I mean, if you've been with me in my community for nearly a decade, you know I've had chronic back pain issues for the longest time, until I did chiropractic care and until I really started strength training. But even then you can still have a hiccup. But like since I hurt my back, I have spent more time resting in bed, and I just haven't been able to work how I would like to work, or show up and do the things with my daughter like I would want to. And I have to say that time in bed, watching Sweet Magnolias, reading my books by my new favorite fiction novel author, Jennifer Weiner, like that was really the retreat that I needed. These last 2 weeks was just not being super productive, not staying super consistent with, self-care, like physical self-care. But I still wanted to show up for myself and still feel good while I was limited. Like I still ate good. I still journaled. So I wanted to do the things that I could do. But that was all I did. And it's been, I mean, being in pain wasn't amazing, but it's just been really neat to see how me taking a step back from doing my normal healthy habits routine, how that was actually a reset in disguise, hindsight, that I needed. And that back injury, how that was happening for me. I didn't see it that way in the moment, but now I just see it as, oh, that was actually, higher source, universe saying, hey, look, so you're not slowing down. So we're gonna, I gotta make it slow down here. That's how I choose to see things. Eventually, it's like, there's always a reason for something. I don't think we should just kind of like look for that right away. I think we should feel our emotions, feel the disappointment, feel the frustration and the anger. And then eventually we'll get to the other side and really be able to notice, and like choose to notice or recognize the blessings from that, health thing, from that breakup, from that job loss, from that place where, we're feeling stuck. Like sometimes we need an interruption in our life to kind of like rock the boat a bit, to wake us up and to, kind of like do a reset. Does that make sense at all? I mean, give me a thumbs up if this is landing for you. Share a comment with me below. Like, has something happened recently in your life, or maybe a while ago, and you're still kind of in it? And, are you seeing any of the, blessings or like what you're like the lessons that you're starting to recognize and notice now that you're, a little bit, you've been in it and you're kind of like coming to like the light at the end of the tunnel. Let me know if this was helpful for you today. I would love to know. Again, give me a thumbs up. If you're brand new to me and this really spoke to you on a deep level, definitely subscribe. So you keep getting video from me every single week. And yeah, that's really it. I also want to end with this. I'm considering hosting a retreat in the spring of next year. Let me know below in the comments, like, yes, retreat, do it. um, and, also if you are a woman and you're in a place right now to where you're ready for change, right? You're ready to change some habits, make a big move. Okay. And you've been stuck for nearly a year and nothing's really moving at the pace you wanted to move at. That's the work that I do and help my clients with. So if you are at a place now to where you could really use some private coaching, support, accountability, and guidance, I invite you to visit my website to learn more about my background and my experience and the 8 steps that I teach in my signature program, A Confident Woman Unleash. It's my 90-day signature program. And if that's speaking to you, book in a free clarity call. And yeah, we'll take it from there. See if we'd be a good fit to work together if that's the stage that you're at in your life right now. Okay, gonna wrap up. I hope this was helpful. Again, if it was, please give it a thumbs up. Definitely subscribe and share any comments with me below and what you're taking away from this video today, what I'm sharing with you. Okay. See you again very soon next week.